When you submit your indication of interest, have as detailed as possible days to close, sources of funds, one, two, three, all the way down. The other side's going to look, oh my gosh, these guys are more professional. They're working with
Mhm.
someone. We got to take this more seriously. This is one of those things where I see a lot of people, they'll get an unsolicited acquisition offer presented to them, and there'll be so much information missing from that. You're like, ah. Whereas if at the beginning you said, okay, if you're going to give me an offer, whether it's that indication of interest, LOI, have it this structure. Tell me
Yeah.
the due diligence period, your estimate. Is it 60 days? Is it 90, 120? And that once you see these numbers, those could be red flags, those could be follow-up questions, that could be anything. You know, where's this money coming from? Debt equity, do you have it? Are you going out to raise? What is that? What's the idea for the founders for that transition period?
Mm.
What's the valuation that you're giving to this company? Is it based on a multiple of EBITDA? If it's based on revenue, what have as detailed as possible this kind of structure going, hey, when you submit your indication of interest, please have it in this format one, two, three, four, five, six, all the way down. Yes, it
Mhm.
takes time, but the other side's going to look, oh my gosh, these guys are more professional. They're working with
Mhm.
someone. We got to take this more seriously. And it's also a structure for them to go, okay, as long as we follow this, we know what to do. It
Yeah.
tells you, okay, there's all this information given on this acquirer that we can, then use to compare apples to apples with everyone else. Whereas this one, if everyone was just to do their own, this one might have this information and lack all this other stuff. This might have this other information and lack all this other. But if you're actually going line item to line item, okay, days to close. Okay, sources of funds. Okay, um, valuation multiple of EBITDA, and
Mhm.
you can see it all compared. You have a lot more, and then take notes from the management meetings and everything else that we were talking about.
Mhm.
You have a lot better idea of who you really want to end up with and who the best offer is based on going back to your earlier conversations of your flexibility on deal terms, what your key outcomes is,
Yeah.
and you can really match it all up, and that information is given to you in a format that you can dissect and get your answers from. So
That's
it
right.
it just makes
And
everything just so much
even just
easier.